I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
I'll redeem myself yet.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Spiders! Oh, 'tis a dreadful fright when they appear so suddenly.
Peaceable creatures, yet one's not often welcomed in the home.
What manner of treasures will I find today? I can scarce wait to find out.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Lis Findelnar.
Morfa errando.
Oh, I should tell you. There's a forgotten rift stone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now?
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
As a matter of fact, one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Anendune falumtena? Nun falles mir anamorlis.
Congratulations, Arisen. Acquiring a maester's teaching is no mean feat. I could...
Well, we've arrived, just as planned.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your Majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray, leave this place! My body, it refuses to obey me! There is a voice within my mind! It commands me! Sways my very will!
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your Majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power as Arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
'Tis as you say.
Well met, sir.
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's aught to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, few may pass through Batal's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint, but alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part, but as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Batal. Shall we go and meet?
You're not meant to be in here.
Halt! Who goes there? This village is under the direct authority of Her Grace the Queen Regent. We are to grant no unknown persons entry. Glad we understand each other. You may pass.
Halt!
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to...
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
You dare incite my wrath?
Seems this old man's time is up.
You dare incite my wrath?
Stop this! I beg of you! That's enough! It hurts! Stop running!
Whatever am I to do?
Stop this! I beg of you, you know where to go!
That's it!
What have I done to deserve this?
Give it up! Know where to go!
Well met. Glad to see you in good health. The tyranny of the Queen Regent's faction knows no bounds. Passage into and out of the village is restricted, and we're being treated as slaves. I had intended to endure it till Ulrika returned to us, but I fear the villagers have already reached their limit. I'll be honest with you, as you've earned my trust. We've a mind to leave this village for good. The dragon's flame has devastated the land here. Many of the villagers question whether it is worth attempting to restore it. When I mentioned as much in a letter I had smuggled to Ulrika, she told me that the village she's staying in would be glad to take us in. Only problem is how we're going to get past the soldiers. They've confiscated all weapons to forestall our escape. Perhaps if we could reclaim the stolen weapons or find a means of procuring some anew, we could force our way out through strength of arms. Alas, we villagers are kept under constant watch. It would be unwise for us to attempt aught on our own. You are our only hope in this matter. Pray, lend us your aid.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? Your choice to make, I suppose.
Give it up. You know where to go.
Faring well, I hope. Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
Stop this! I beg of you! That's enough!
Hail! I've not forgotten what you did, helping me save my brother. Would that I could return the favor. But we've a bit of a situation here, if you hadn't noticed. Our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom, with those cowards stationed in and around it, day and night.
Say, mayhap we could distract them. Then someone could slip in and...
Are you mad? We're simple villagers, no match for trained soldiers. But I suppose someone's got to act. All right, how's this? We'll draw the guards' attention, giving you a chance to sneak in and get our weapons back. You'll do it then? Right! You wait here. We'll have him away from his post in a trice. Just you watch.
What do you think you're doing here? Halt!
Stop this! I beg of you! That's
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. I am certain the other villagers shall be glad to arm themselves with their weapons of choice. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now. The time has come to leave this village behind.
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me! Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach. Have courage!
This cannot be!
Retreat!
We must withdraw and regroup!
You have my gratitude for all you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika staying in on our own from here. If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforcements arrive. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms. Till then, farewell.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Ah, excellent find.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night, and I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me.
Our place to hurry the Arisen.
As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happen upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you have the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you no progress as yet, then?
When does my watch end? know where duty calls me.
Ah, we meet again. Is there aught I can assist you with? What would you have me say, showing me such a letter? Oh, I see. You know of Lord Phaesus, then? Very well. I shall share with you what little I know. Lord Phaesus is the director of the Forbidden Magic Research Lab. 'Tis true that I have had dealings with him in the past, but I was ne'er privy to more than that. Even in Batal, few people know of his existence. To a Vermundian such as myself, the man is an enigma. If you would know more, why not visit the lab yourself? Such an errand ought prove simple for the Arisen, no?
Nodding off where I stand.
You. I wonder how you must feel, having locked me away in this dismal place. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. 'Tis the truth, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell. However hard you press, there's naught more I can share with you about the Forbidden Magic Research Lab. If you seek more information, why not visit the place yourself? Such an errand ought prove simple for the Arisen, no?
You are not permitted to be here. Move along.
Though I cannot be... And should you learn something, would you be so kind as to share it with me? Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? No progress as yet, then.
Here we are.
I heard what transpired. Thank you for fighting on my people's behalf. You cannot imagine my relief when I beheld that everyone had made it out unharmed. Say, would you visit me again once night has fallen? There's aught I will show you. You've come. Glad I am to see you. Follow me, if you would. Tis a strange thing. I ne'er knew how vast the sky was, till I left Mel behind. Time and again you have come to my aid. Would that I could repay you in some way. Alas, there is little I have to offer. Yet, if your heart e'er aches for a place to call home, then may this village... No, not the village. If e'er you're in need of a hearth to return